You didn't get stronger. You just got quieter. You didn't heal. You adapted. And no one noticed. Some wounds don't scream, they whisper. Through your people pleasing, your overworking, your fake smiles. You weren't given space to fall apart, so you held everything in. You wiped your tears before anyone could see them. You laughed off the pain before anyone could ask, because no one came when it hurt. So you learned to hurt silently. This isn't weakness. It's what survival looked like when no one helped. You weren't taught to heal, you were taught to hide. When things broke around you, you became the fixer. When someone yelled, you stayed calm. When no one asked how you felt, you stopped feeling at all. Healing? That wasn't an option. There was no room to process, just pressure to keep going. You stayed busy, stayed strong, stayed numb, because no one ever sat with your pain and said, "It's okay to not be okay." You didn't need advice. You needed presence, and no one gave it. Adapting doesn't mean healing. You're functioning. You're even successful, but your nervous system is still on guard. You laugh when you want to cry. You help everyone, but never ask for help. You show up, even when you feel empty. That's not healing. That's survival dressed up as strength. You learn to make others comfortable, even when you were in pain, because deep down, you believed your feelings were a burden, but they never were. You just needed someone safe enough to hold them. You weren't too sensitive. You were too alone with your sensitivity. You learned to heal without witness. Some people have support when they break down. You had silence, so you stitched yourself together in the dark. You gave yourself pep talks in the mirror. You cried quietly under blankets so no one would hear. And while the world called it resilience, it was really isolation. Because healing in private doesn't mean it hurt any less. It just meant no one saw the work it took to survive. You didn't grow alone because you were strong. You grew alone because no one stayed. The cost of healing. Alone. There's a weight that comes from always being your own shelter. You question your worth in relationships. You flinch when someone gets too close. You fear becoming a burden, so you carry it all. You're the strong one, the dependable one, the emotionally stable one. But that mask gets heavy, and no one sees the strain underneath. You deserve softness too. Someone to ask how you're really doing. Someone to hold the pain, not fix it, just hold it. You were never too much. You were just too alone with too much to carry. You deserve a witness. Now, healing doesn't mean you go back and change the past. It means you finally let yourself receive what you always needed. You needed presence. You needed care. You needed someone to say, "I see you. I hear you. I'm not going anywhere." Maybe that voice wasn't there then, but now it can be yours. You can be the one who listens when you cry, the one who stays when it gets heavy, the one who whispers back, "I'm here." And you don't have to go through this alone anymore. You're not healing alone anymore. You're finally being seen. What healing can look like now. Healing now doesn't mean being happy all the time. It means being honest with how you feel and not hiding from it. It's giving yourself grace when old patterns show up. It's letting your inner child feel safe, even when your adult self still doubts it. It's crying and not apologizing. It's resting without guilt. It's choosing people who make room for your softness, not shame it. Healing now means showing up, messy, real, uncertain, and staying anyway. Healing doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it just feels real. Final message. You were worth helping all along. Maybe no one showed up for you when it mattered most. Maybe you had to grow up too fast. Smile too wide, pretend too well. But the truth is, it was never your job to heal alone. You deserved care. You deserved support. You deserve to be seen. And now you can start giving that to yourself, piece by piece, without guilt, without shame, without waiting for someone else to finally say, you matter. You always did. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're becoming. And every step you take toward healing is a step toward coming home to yourself. This is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of one where you are no longer invisible. You were always worth saving. You just finally started believing it.